Welcome to Superwoman Diaries, where each week we share personal stories and open up about our journeys. At Chasing Brighter, we know that being a woman today is complicated.
We want to get vulnerable. We know that vulnerability is where real connection happens. Get ready to dive deep and connect as we reveal the real and raw moments behind the scenes of our lives. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Jess?
Good. I have a lot of traveling happening in January. What does your January, February look like?
Oh, I don't know, TBD on the travel, but my big change is I ordered some extensions and I am doing
Hair
a
extensions.
major hair extensions and I'm doing a major hairstyle change.
Okay.
And it's going to happen in January. So I am excited about it just because of all my scarring from all my surgeries and stuff. I really want to be able to just be really comfortable, like, I don't know, not being so self-conscious of my bald spots and stuff. So we are going to work through pulling my hair. Basically, like all the front of my head is going to be a bang. And then I'm going to add extensions in the back to add more volume on the rest of my hair.
Okay.
And that's going to be happening and it's going to be different. And I think it's going to give the reason I want to do it is because the extensions are clips. They're not the ones that fuse
Braid
to your
into your hair.
strand.
Yeah.
They're clips, so they get adjusted every 2 months or whatever. I did all the research on all my options. And, I'm pulling the trigger on it. I'm gonna do it.
So
The
do
one
you have peach fuzz on your head? Is there growth?
I have some spots, like, especially from the summer of 2024, I have about my hair is about an inch long in certain areas, but I also have some areas that are, like, completely bald, and I don't know what's gonna happen with those because so it's like the spots that are completely bald, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then the spots that are, like, 1 and 2 inch, it's definitely thinner, and so it's, like, focusing on really making that a healthy environment. So I think by putting what I wanted to do is really change my hair in a way that I feel comfortable with and feel good about myself, but also that's gonna create more of a, like, nurturing follicle environment
Right.
for this stuff because I
Right.
know it's gonna take, a couple years to sort this out, or at least a
Yeah.
good year to sort it out.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
When you have an area, I'm assuming so, right, that is bald, you would have an opportunity to do a transplant?
I First of all, it's not, like, a very prevalent thing in the US to do
Oh, I
not
know, I'm going with
every
you. I will go
yeah,
with you to Turkey or
to Turkey.
Croatia. Mhm.
The other thing is that the areas that I don't have any growth are scar tissue, and
Mm,
so that doesn't create much of a good foundation.
mhm.
So those are areas that the person who did my procedure did not, factor in my being a female that needs hair and not good with bald spots. So the biggest one is like the front of my head. So I might end up just having some reconstruction done where maybe they remove that tissue and then just sew my scalp a little bit differently.
Mhm.
But so that's going to be, again, that's where it's like there'll be other procedures I have to go through. So I don't think I'm going to need a
I
transplant because I
do know
think they'll
someone
just
that did the
remove the scar tissue.
transplant. It is a long road to, I would say, 6 months to really clear thicker growth, but it looks amazing. Just in case. Let's say in the States, you have someone that, let's say they do 6 transplants a week. If you go to Turkey, they're doing like 15, 20 a day. Just like the expertise of that
Of like
versus what
them
we would
being,
have here. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah, no, I think
Yeah, I
makes
definitely need
you
to
sweat a
like keep
lot.
it in
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
going forward too.
About your comfort
So,
level and that it's
yeah.
important to you. We'll be right back. I think that Warrior Strong Wellness is really on the cutting edge of what is going to help us with our mind, our body, our gut. The collagen's great for gut, joint, bone
Mhm.
care.
I love the collagen bone broth. It's got protein in it and it's got collagen. It helps me feel good, especially when I'm not feeling so well. Plus the protein, which every woman is not eating enough protein. The other product that I absolutely love is the pure organic ashwagandha max supplement.
Mhm.
It provides adrenal support, it balances energy and mood, helps with nervous and immune health. Taking 2 of those in the morning really helps regulate my stress response and I sleep better.
So if you are interested or would like to know more about Warrior Strong Wellness products, check that out at warriorstrongwellness.com and use code Chasing Brighter for 10% off. And now back to the show. When I do think too, one of the things I don't know what I thought of older people when I was young, but I think as I'm in midlife, I am more, what do I want to say, focused on my looks than I was in my 20s and 30s. Not in a vain way, but I enjoy and I've learned skills on doing my hair and doing my makeup and looking really cute. And I think that's something that I think, I don't know, hasn't maybe been around in midlife. Am I making any sense that like our generation is, I still want to look good and strong and fit. I'm not like winding down. I'm beginning.
I think there are a lot of opportunities for us to find resources to continue to take pride in how we look
Yeah. Yeah.
and invest in that in a very economical way. So I think in a lot of ways, maybe the previous generations of women didn't have a lot of resources to do that. And honestly, even them now, a lot of other women are like
Yeah.
doing
And
other
it
things that
wasn't
they
as
wouldn't normally do.
accessible.
Like mom did the microblading thing, which by the way,
Yeah.
now if you heard there's like nanoblading.
No, but I was just thinking about getting my eyebrows microbladed. Moms look so good.
They do. I've seen other ones that look a little bit too much. I like the idea of the nano because some of the micro it looks like way too fake. I've
Because
noticed.
I think I think it's like you have to pay attention to where you go. I know I talked before, like my friend, I had no idea her eyebrows were microbladed and they looked so good. So mom went to her person because she
Okay.
went and then her sisters went and I saw all the before and after and I was like, I only want to go to that person. And so moms were really great. They look like fine hairs.
Yeah.
I've seen people that have them and it looks like brow tattoos.
I like the idea of it because I get my brows tinted every so often and I absolutely love it. I just feel like the brow helps make up the face and
Have
stuff
you
and not get so
ever
harshed out.
got your eyelashes tinted? Gabby's new thing is she wants to get her eyelashes tinted.
I did. They did it accidentally one time where I was like, I needed the brows and not the lashes. It it didn't do she does not need that because her lashes are already dark.
She's
It
ridiculous.
didn't
She has thick, dark, amazing
but you
lashes.
know what she should do? That's easy, and this is actually maybe I'll get this for her for Christmas. My friend Maria did it, which is getting like perming your lashes. It's an
That's
in-home
what she
kit.
wants to do. I'm
Yeah.
nervous,
It
Kelly.
the cool thing about the perming your lashes or whatever, it just creates a little more volume, and it's a DIY thing, and I never did it myself. I bought the kit, and then I never did it. But she's young and she has longer lashes. I don't know, I'm happy with my lashes. I know that I'm looking at them on the screen right now and I realize, sure, I would love them to be longer and lusher. Also, that's the other thing is the big trend with the eyelash extensions and stuff too. And so I think going back to your original thing about like women in their midlife and like doing things that kind of enhance your look and I think it's all about like, what's important to you
Mhm.
and there's things you can do that are DIY. There's things that you can do that you can go somewhere and people can do things for you.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
true. We've been doing castor oil on our lashes. I done it on my brow a couple times, but
oh, cool. That's helps with regrowth or
it's
something?
supposed to like thicken. Castor oil is supposed to be everywhere. You
Everything.
can
I
rub it
know.
all over
Yes.
everything. But I think it's with growth too. Maybe you can rub it on your scalp.
Yeah, maybe I need to do that. I've been using this rosemary mint. I have a couple different
Yeah.
tricks up my sleeve on the whole
Yeah.
thing, but that's a good idea.
Final thing talking about that I want to talk about, like the traveling. Gabby, we want to go visit colleges.
Hmm.
So we chose like some of her top choices that had camps that fit in our schedule. So we are going to a camp. Are you ready for this schedule? We are going On the 17th of January, we are leaving for Boston. On the 24th of January, we are leaving for Philadelphia. On the 31st of January, we are going to upstate New York. And then there is a college that invited her for an official visit. And so we are actually going to be flying to the South and then 48 hours leaving and going to Philadelphia for another camp in the same weekend.
Is that on President's Day weekend? The other one, or when is it?
That's February 9th. The
Okay.
first one is President's Weekend. And on President's Weekend,
No,
Justin is flying
that was Martin Luther King weekend.
MLK. On MLK weekend, Justin is flying to Florida because Dominic we were all going to go, but then these camps happened. Dominic was like invited to be an All-American. And in December, Gabby got written up in this article to be one of the top 5 uncommitted recruits of
Yeah.
2026 in the state of
Yeah, it's so
Nevada.
awesome. That's so
And
exciting.
so there are all these organizations, right? That was prep softball, right? And
Mhm.
so there's like Baseball Factory and I don't know,
Yeah, there's
PGF
cut
and SM,
baseball
whatever,
too.
all kinds
Yep.
of stuff. So Baseball Factory is who invited Dominic. And so there are a lot of programs like that. So like it used to be like, oh, I don't know. If I saw All American, I thought that was like one thing. If that makes sense. But there's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
probably
Correct. There's
like
a lot of them.
Gabby
Yeah.
on her Twitter, there are all these girls that are like, I was the top 5 in the country, or I got this and I got that. And I guess I didn't realize there are like multiple organizations that do that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm not diminishing my children's accomplishments. It's just I wasn't aware of that or whatever. So that was really cool for Gabby to get that. And then I guess you can have 5 official visits to a campus. And an official visit means that I guess it depends on the division, NCAA, NCAA, NCAA.
Yeah. NCAA. Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. And so they can pay for your flight there
Okay.
and then they can host you. So I don't know how that works with D2, D3 and how that works, but the one school that invited her does have like an itinerary where it's like a tour and they said a photo shoot. So I was asking my friend, there's a girl here locally and she's like in the top 50 in the country and she's going to like Florida or something to one of the
Mhm.
top 5 softball programs. So I was like, "What, like a photo shoot?" She goes, "Oh my god, so and so did that." And she'd go to the college and they put you in the uniform and they take pictures of you and do like a photo shoot.
Oh,
So she
that's
said her friend's
fun.
daughter went to like her 5
Mhm.
official visits and she had the full uniform on all these schools and stuff. And so that's what I'm thinking. Like in the itinerary, it said photo shoot. And I'm like, that's so cool. I think that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
yeah, that is a lot of travel. We are
right.
doing some travel as well, but we haven't scheduled anything, and it's very difficult because my spouse is very finicky on travel. So there were trips that I wanted to go to, and he doesn't wanna go, but I can't go by myself and the kids because that also hurts his feelings. We are in a weird spot, and I am trying to sort out how to
Yeah.
navigate that. I talked to Wes about traveling, and he was like, "No, I don't really wanna go anywhere. Dad doesn't really wanna go anywhere." And I was like, "What? No, this is not how this is gonna work. We are going somewhere, and you're gonna have to deal with it." So,
For wait, do you guys have a February break or for summer or
yeah,
when you
Wes has,
say
like, a winter break. He has
yeah.
4 days off of school, so I feel like we should do that, and Beck just misses school for a couple days. We were gonna do something over MLK weekend, and then Brian doesn't wanna go skiing because that was our plan to go skiing, and he doesn't wanna go, and then I was like, "Maybe I'll just go by myself and the kids," and then that
He doesn't
really made
wanna
it bad.
stay in the chalet and
It's a
make
little
hot
bit
cocoa
like a
for you guys?
comfort it's the Comfort Inn in the middle of Wisconsin.
Oh,
It's not like a
okay.
fancy place. I think that's why he's like, "Why do I wanna stay at a Comfort Inn and just, like, be in a small room?" I was like, "I got 2 connecting rooms."
Yeah.
So
Is there snowshoeing? I feel like I've never snowshoed, but I feel a calling to snowshoeing and cross country skiing. Would those interest him or
I am I think I don't know if other people feel this way, especially of our fellow followers who We really inspire women to live their best life. What
Yeah.
do you do if the vision of your best life in certain moments of the year don't
Yeah.
align with the rest of your tribe of your family
Yeah.
unit?
Yeah.
And I
Or
don't
call your
know,
sister, and
last
she
year you
puts
and
on
I
snowshoes,
traveled to
joins you.
Florida. Then I told Wes, I was like, "Where would you wanna go?" And he's like, "Let's just go to Vegas. I can just stay with Nona and Papa." And I was like,
His dream life. I
"No, my
know. Pick
dad
some
wanted to
lemons,
be."
make cookies.
Yes. I was like, I don't know if your dad and I wanna just every waking moment of free trip time go to Vegas. I wanna see the world, and I want my kids to come with me, and so I think that's the challenge that we're facing. Now we're taking a shorter spring break trip because of the kids anyway.
I think that is where life is very complicated, and no matter what you do. So, like, I have clients who are like, "Oh, I'm lonely. I don't have a companion. All I want is a companion." But then when you're with a companion, that's a pain in the ass too. It's like when if you're in a committed relationship, you can't do whatever the hell you wanna do. You can't just do whatever your heart desires because is what you're saying, it has to match the desires of your partner, and so
Yes,
that's
yeah.
where it gets complicated because sometimes I'm like, "I don't wanna compromise. I don't wanna do whatever." Oh, and I did do
Exactly,
trips without
exactly.
Justin, and it does hurt his feelings, and I didn't think about that. I have he works in corporate America, in healthcare, which is now corporate, and I can just arrange my schedule however I want. I can work from home, I can do whatever, and he has a lot more obligations, and so over the summer, I planned a trip with the kids, and then I realized, like, that he doesn't wanna be left out, so it is difficult to figure out to make everybody happy. I am so jealous of everyone who skis. I think that those people look amazing, and they're so cool, and I'm like, "I wanna be a skier," and then I went skiing, Justin and I went a couple years ago. I hate it, it's not for me. Janae is a huge snowboarder, and so for Thanksgiving, they went to Vail or something, and I go, "Julie, do you ski?" And she was like, "I hate it. This is horrible." I would sit and have cocoa. She goes, "Yeah, I stay." She goes, "I don't even I'll try sometimes, but I hate it so much." But Janae loves it, so she takes all their boys out. They all know how to snowboard and ski, and it's, like, their thing, but Julie was like, "Janae bought me a snowboard for Christmas." She was like, "I don't know who
I
you bought that
wish.
for."
I wish. I also I think the hard part too is my spouse works all the time and is very stressed out, and so I think his idea of free time is not the same as
Like
mine,
beach
and so
resort or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know how to come to terms with that,
Yeah.
and the other part too is it's like he skied a lot as a kid, and so
Yeah.
he's, "I don't wanna do that
I'm
anymore."
over it.
And it's
Yeah.
like, what about our kids? Don't they get to have that experience of learning to ski or snowboard? And
Yeah.
I'm happy to I
Uh,
feel like one day of skiing or
yes.
snowboarding isn't a big deal.
Also, how far is a flight of Montreal to you guys? That would be fun. No, you're making a face at me. It's supposed to be such an amazing city.
It is, and that's a possibility I can add in because we should use our passports since the boys just got theirs
Yes.
renewed.
Yes.
I have a
Yeah.
couple cities in mind that I've been floating, and I'll have to, like
You guys haven't
what I
done
need to do
NYC.
I know, NYC,
Oh,
I would love to take the kids to San Francisco.
yeah.
We can always hit LA, do La Brea Tar Pits. We can always go back to San Diego, see
Mm,
Kathleen, do a lot of stuff over that way. So just
mm.
trying to figure out like different places that would be a great experience for the kids and something that they would enjoy. I think
Yeah.
what I might have to do is start doing a lot of like YouTube and TikTok searches on our YouTube account and then on Wes's TikTok phone or his, sorry, it's not a TikTok phone. Technically it is TikTok phone. That TikTok device, that phone that I know I always call it like TikTok or something, but then it'll update his algorithm, and then I'll be like, "Ooh, mom, we should go to Dallas."
Yeah.
Something random.
Totally. Yeah, put it on there.
So,
Families are going to Kansas. Don't forget Jean's cabin and the Aunt Jean's cabin
you know
in
what? I am not gonna
Colorado.
be able to convince, Brian to do an outdoor trip.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think skiing is completely off the table.
Oh,
Anything to do with that is a 0 in his book.
yeah.
So, unless there's some other universe sign that we need to go do that. So, I don't know, I'm gonna figure all this out.
Change his algorithm too. There's way look like you need to be looking up ask our bestie ChatGPT, what are subtle ways that I can
to
brainwash
manipulate
my
your
spouse
spouse.
skiing? What's that? I don't even did someone say
Mhm.
something?
Like, all the decorations are, like,
Yeah.
people have pictures
So
of
I
people
think
skiing and things.
we talked a lot about fun and joy, and I know that we're gonna be talking more about that this year. Just talking about travel, and then I do think it's lively living, trying to look your best, because it's like a symbiotic relationship. When you feel really good, then you wanna put your best foot forward, and when you put your best foot forward, you feel good, right?
Yep. 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 Exactly. Exciting, exciting new year. Lots of fun things in store. Thanks for listening today. Don't forget to subscribe so you can hear our latest episodes as soon as they drop.
If you loved today's episode, share with a friend.
Join us each week as we bring you inspiring stories, expert interviews, and actionable tips to help you navigate the challenges and opportunities of midlife. From wellness to personal growth to connection and beyond, we've got you covered.
We are passionate about helping you live your brightest, most fulfilling life. Together, we'll explore new ways to thrive and grow, ensuring that your midlife journey is full of joy, purpose, and endless possibilities.
So, are you ready to chase brighter days ahead? Subscribe to Chasing Brighter now, and let's embark on this exciting journey together.
Find us on Instagram, Facebook at Chasing Brighter, or check out our blog at chasingbrighter.com and follow us. If you want to know more about Kelly and I, read our blogs, find more tips, tools, and resources, check that out at chasingbrighter.com. Thanks. Remember, your best life is just a listen away.